Thanks once again, Bhuvnesh Bhai, for giving Diversey this opportunity. We are so privileged. We have a team of Diversey here, and we are so privileged to be here. So I'll just like to give a brief anecdote while others come into the room. So many of you who were there yesterday, they would have interacted with my boss, Somer, who came from Dubai, who is a Turkish national. And when I was asking him to come over here, I was telling him the way I sold this thing to him, I said, in a day you would meet who is who of the hospitality industry. You will understand what are the trends which are happening in the Indian market, and you can decide my budgets accordingly. So he came in yesterday, and while he was leaving, he left today morning, and yesterday evening he was telling me, I said, how was it? What is your reaction to it? And he said, we sponsor, he manages 21 countries, and he said, we partner in a similar kind of event in Middle East Africa. But I must tell you, in terms of the content which he saw yesterday, the whole intellectual discussion which took place here, he said, I learned so much. And I would never learn in these kind of events otherwise, but here I learned so much, and I'm regretting why I'm not here for the second day. Next time I'll be coming for both the days. So thank you for giving this opportunity. And we are enriched, and we are honored. Few numbers, don't get confused. Just look at a few numbers which actually matter to you as customers. So look at the number of R&D centers, 245 R&D centers. We invest a lot of money in ensuring that the innovations which come out add to the operational efficiency, that was the topic before lunch, and help you in meeting your sustainability targets. So you see 4,000 patents which are for Solonis, all put together between Diversey and Legacy Diversey and Solonis. Look at the number of customers. Most importantly, look at the manufacturing sites and the distribution centers we have. This is essentially to ensure that we are closer to you, so that we don't spend huge amount of carbon emissions. Carbon dioxide emission should not happen when we are transporting goods from one continent to other continent. So we are very particular about having manufacturing sites close to the customer. So many of our customers say that Diversey, after every few years, keep on changing the name. So I can't help it. We keep on getting acquired by private equity companies because they see a lot of value in Diversey. We have been acquired by Solonis, which is owned by a private equity company. So we are part of an $8 billion Solonis. Of course, they have acquired us for the name which Diversey has across all the continents. So Diversey would always be there for you. However, a few words on Solonis, who is Solonis, is there on the slide. So the institutional business and the food and beverage business is part of the Legacy Diversey. And the other businesses like commercial, industrial, and the pool business is part of the Legacy Solonis. So this year, as a part of being a larger family of Solonis, we are going to launch water and pool solutions, and we will be coming back to you with a value proposition, how we can help you in the operational efficiency. So the theme for us is sustainability, and I can't help it but talk about it. So focus on sustainability is a global mega trend that is established. We all have to accept it. People keep on saying it is a buzzword, etc., but there are hardcore reasons. You see the first reason, environmental sustainability. All the parameters which are given below, we can keep on discussing till cows come home, but the fact of the matter is this is something which is happening, and we have to take measures to ensure that these factors which are mentioned in the first point, environmental sustainability, are contained. And then there is a dose of technology which is happening here, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and then we are talking about the demographic changes, the focus on health and the food safety. All those things essentially ensures that the sustainability is going to be here for all the corporates. So what is our customer vision? I have 4 or 5 more slides. Just be patient about it. I'll try to finish it within the stipulated time. So what is our customer vision? Our customer vision is very simple, where we say that we help you deliver value, and we call it value advantage. And I will explain in the next slide what is value advantage. So we help you deliver value through sustainable solutions. And anything which we help you deliver has to be measured and documented, and we call it a value advantage. So we call it ESG plus C. This is something which is patented, trademark for Diversey, Solenis. So C stands for the customer. So whatever ESG activities we do, the customer is at the center. On the right-hand side, you see all the verticals in which we provide this ESG plus C, the customer being at the center. And you see the third point, which is the value advantage. So it is the value advantage in a very simple manner is, in case we are working with you and after all the negotiations which you do, and we are supposed to do a business of say 100 with you, we are supposed to deliver value which is measured, which is documented of 5% and give it back to you. So essentially, after all the negotiation where we are the L1 and you decide that we need to work with Diversey, we still give back to you 5%. We have to give back that because that is the KPI with which all of us, including the CEO, is measured with. And there is a reason you would see our guys, when they are working with you, they are so much after the life of the chief engineer, the CFOs, the department heads to measure the value, and they would know how much water they have saved, how much energy they have saved, how much steam through the LDO they have saved, and how much man hours they are saving, so that you can sign off on the value advantage for them. At the heading, you see the overall recurring revenue for Solenis is more than 95%. So we are able to retain our customers more than 95%. That is what it means. And it is essentially because of the 5 things we do consistently well. So number 1, it starts with the people. We have an internal tool called Track, through which we train our people and track it how well they are trained. So there are various categories, and people have to keep on moving to another category if they have to deliver value to the customers. And then you see they have to deliver the value advantage. We have a very strong service standards, and we constantly talk to the customers to understand what exactly is their need. And go back to the R&D center. You heard we have 245 incubation in the R&D centers. We go back to the R&D center and say, this is the need of the R. So you have very localized approach, though being a global company, and we communicate that to our R&D, get the product ready for the customers to deliver that value to the customers. And of course, focus is on the technology. In the last session, in the operational efficiency, you heard about capturing the data. You would see when it comes to the value advantage, most of the data is captured through the various instruments and the various gadgets which we deploy. So everything would be captured through the instruments and through the equipments which will be installing at a place. So it can't be debated. So this is a glimpse on the 2030 sustainability goals, what we have at Solenis. You can see 75% of product lines with a carbon footprint by 2030. So that is how the whole development of the innovation funnel happens, keeping in mind the 2030 sustainability goals, what we have at Solenis. Okay. So when we say sustainability is a global mega trend, every month, on an average, we get 50 requests from the customers to give the carbon footprint of our products. So this is the kind of engagement which is happening with the large global accounts, and our global R&D and our sustainability department is actively working with them because they are the members of SBTi, Science Based Targets Initiative organization, and where Solenis is also a member, and we ensure that we provide that information to the customers so that they can comply to all those terms with the SBTi organization. And 50% of our large customers are committed to SBTi. So in 2023, last year, because we measure the value which we have delivered to the customers, it has to be objective, it has to be verified by the customers. Overall, in 2023, we delivered $270 million worth of the value to our customers globally. So again, we are talking about where is Solenis today and where it will be in 2030 in the various categories. You can see these are the hardcore targets which are there, which of course are filtered down by country, by regions, and we stick to these targets and we try delivering those targets year on year. I would just focus a little bit on the CSV programs. These are 4 very prominent CSV programs, the flagship CSV programs we have. Many of you would be familiar with these programs. So we are talking about Soap for Hope, where we pick the used soaps from the hotels, reprocess it, sanitize it, give it to the NGOs, and they distribute it to the people who need it. This is something which is very, very close to our organization, and we have multiple centers which does this processing. We have Linen for Life. So again, we take the used linen from your end, and we process it, and we give it to the people. They make something meaningful out of it, and then they sell it in the market, and this is the way the livelihood is earned. And thank you for helping those communities in getting the livelihood. We have launched 2 more programs in India. The top 2 are very, very prominent. The last 2, the plastic sheds, where we pick up the plastics from you, and we shed it. So the entire machinery, etc., is provided by Diversey. The training is provided by Diversey. And those plastic sheds are combined with other materials and are used for something meaningful. It could be a half-court, basketball half-court, or it could be a small payment, etc. So that plastic is consumed, doesn't go to the landfill, and something meaningful is created out of that. And the coffee bricks, so all the coffee residues, we pick it up, and we ensure that they are made in the form of a brick and can be used for firing. A few pictures of the various CSV programs we are engaged with the help of the various hospitality partners.